and more DoorDash drivers are starting to ask the same question. Is it even worth it anymore? Between low paying orders, crazy miles, and customers who don't even tip you. And not to mention you putting all that wear and tear on your car. A lot of people are realizing it ain't worth it in the damn more, man. Today we're looking at drivers expose what DoorDash is really like behind the scenes. By the end of this video, you'll see why millions of drivers are calling it quits.
Man, I'm so tired of doing DoorDash, man. I'm talking about DoorDash I don't know, it's cool, but I'd rather have a job, because at least with the job, you know what's coming every Thursday or Friday. You know what's coming every week. And you know how to structure yourself and move. Like with DoorDash, man, you gotta work all the way in the evening time. Barely got time to go to the gym. You barely really got time to do anything for yourself. And then if you really want to make money, you gotta work on the weekend. You gotta catch Friday, Saturday. And that was a normal human day. Like, who the hell want to work on the weekend? Like, man, it's cool, but it's like, man, having a job is way better. Because at least you get a peace of mind. You get to save your car life, and you got structure. With DoorDash, man, you don't know what you gonna make in a day. One day you might make 150, and the next day you might make 50. You know what I'm saying? Like, before live, man. DoorDash should be cool if they paid like 19 an hour, 18 an hour. They'll be cool if they paid a solid 15 an hour, but man, sometimes you might not even make that much money on these apps, man. So you see this video, trust me, it's not worth being on DoorDash. DoorDash is a waste of time. It is literally a waste of time. Do not waste your time doing DoorDash. You're going to burn out mentally. It's just mentally draining, driving around all day, hopping in and out the car for these crumbs. Hustling and busting, it feel like you scratching and clawing on here. Feel like you scraping and clawing for every dollar on here. I'd rather be at work, man. I ain't gonna lie.
After I did DoorDash for a couple months, I thought to myself like this was a waste of time, because most of the money I'm making from DoorDash is going straight to my gas. And also I'm beating up my car, putting all these miles on my car. For what? For what? It's just a little bit of money. It's a little bit extra money. Like, you're not making that much money from DoorDash. And also, it do depend on where you live, because where you live can play a big part in how much money you can make in DoorDash. Where I live is pretty decent, but it's not the best. So most of the time, DoorDash isn't even worth doing, in my opinion. And whenever people ask me about DoorDash and how it is, I just tell them not to do it.
You know what's actually so crazy is that I put $10 in my gas this morning to go DoorDash for 2 hours, make 20, and have to fill my gas tank again with that. So while I'm doing that, Jeff Bezos, or whoever the fuck, whatever one of the billionaires, moved his $50 million wedding to a new venue last minute, because his $50 million wedding is a priority. And they didn't really like the guests outside, so they had to switch venues, because they can do that. I can't even drive my car from one place to another without having to take a DoorDash in between to cover the gas and the food that we're going to eat today. Don't even get me started on the other bills. But yeah, let's just up and pick up a $50 million wedding and just move it, because we don't like the people that are mad at us for right reason. You know, like...
Yes, I agree. DoorDash is like a fucking hamster wheel. Whatever you make, that shit damn near going to gas. And that right there has people saying this:
DoorDash can kiss my ass. I don't know how you can actually make good money on DoorDash, because it's so unrealistic. They give you unrealistic time frames to do things. An offer pop up on your screen. 5 minutes to get to the restaurant. 40 minutes to get to the customer. They're going to pay you $5. That $5 going to go right back in the tank. And don't decline the order. The more orders you decline, the less orders that's going to pop up on your phone. So you ain't going to make no money anyway. And say you pick up the order at 3 o'clock, DoorDash will say expected delivery 3:26. It take you 25 minutes to get the order. Now you're late. Come on, DoorDash. What?
Y'all, DoorDashing is not worth it. I've been DoorDashing all day. I had like an hour in between because I just like didn't get any orders. I've been DoorDashing since 12:45 is when I logged on, and it's currently, let me see. Okay, I don't know what happened. It's currently 8:08 and I've only made like, I think $82, and I'm sitting waiting to get another order. But yeah, I was hoping to do this until like 10, I think I have it scheduled, just to like get as much as I can since I have my kids all week. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated.
I ain't gonna lie, they be lying about the DoorDash. Lies and deception. There's no money on DoorDash. Unless you know lifing DoorDash, there's no money on DoorDash. And it's like, it's not even the tips. It's DoorDash is money hungry. They're eating all the money. The Dasher is not getting the money. DoorDash.
Even if you are no life in DoorDash, nowadays you still ain't making no money. Back in the day, if you no life DoorDash, you probably can make $1,500, $2,000 a week. Not no more, that's over with. This next clip, he gonna break down how crazy these orders be.
2 orders, 17 miles, $5. 1 order, 18 miles, $6. What type of fucking person orders food from 18 miles away and tips $3? If you don't know, DoorDash pays $2 fucking, okay? $2 fucking. So if you pay $2, I get $4. So if you are ordering from 18 miles away, why can you fucking tip that low? You should not be able to order from a place 20 fucking miles away with at least $5. Because guess what? When you decline a dash, your acceptance rating goes down. That means you get less dashes, worse dashes, or no dashes. So you just expect me to drive 30 fucking minutes for $3?
DoorDashing is the biggest scam known to man. Have you ever noticed how you could work all day, make barely any money after gas, after repairs? DoorDash is ripping people off. It's not even a side hustle. It's not even. You're hustling backwards if you're doing DoorDash. People, oh, I'm getting this extra income, but you're not. You're just breaking even or losing money every time. And I want to hear the people in the comments, I make $400 a day. Well, then when your whole brake system, the fuel lines fall out of the car, that 400's gone like that. On top of gas, on top of your time. Do you value your time at all? I don't think DoorDash is. I don't even think it's a side hustle. You may hate me for saying it. I think the only way DoorDash is viable is if you live in a huge city, you hop on a bike, spend nothing on gas, and just deliver orders like that. Other than that, DoorDash is a scam. I hate DoorDash.
That's a wise young man right there. That's a real wise young man. Get the money and go forward.
I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I cannot drive for DoorDash anymore. Gas in North Carolina has eased up to $4 per gallon. And with that being said, it's also 80 degrees out here. The amount of money that I have to put in gas now to make what I used to make, it's just not even the same, right? Because I'm paying way more in gas to get the same amount of money I used to get. But at the end of the week, it's like, it's not even worth it, right? Yeah, I'm still profiting, but the amount of gas that I'm putting in based on the time that I'm out here working is not worth it. So I think I have to actually start retiring now. I think I'm going to put in my resignation, which is actually nothing. It's just me not doing it next week. But yeah, I think I'll do like a couple of more weeks and then I'm going to move on to something else. In this economy with what's going on right now, it's good for a side hustle, but for somebody like me who's kind of been doing it full time, it is just not worth it anymore, friends. Tell me what you think.
When you pull up to what $500,000 houses and it's a $5 order, like, be for real. Like, what the fuck?
Feel kind of dumb. I know obviously I couldn't really foresee this, but part of me is really second guessing the delivery jobs, DoorDash and possibly Hungry Howie's, because I have a job interview Wednesday with them. And it really depends on their rate, you know, if they pay really well, because the gas here where I work, between yesterday when I worked till today, has gone up about 80 cents in the last 24 hours. And I'm sure it'll dip down occasionally a little bit, but it's going to keep increasing, and it's not something I considered when getting these jobs. And I was already, as you guys may be aware, if you watched some of my other videos, have been second guessing DoorDash because some days are just not worth it. Like, I got $9 an hour for 2 hours, and that's just not worth it. You know, that doesn't even equal out I paid for a gallon of gas plus 2 hours of my time plus miles on my car. It doesn't work. So I'm really hoping maybe someone works at Hungry Howie's in Michigan can say, yeah, we do pay a good rate, or hopefully that'd be cool. I don't know. I've never been a delivery driver for pizza before, just DoorDash, but I don't know where else to apply. If you guys have any suggestions, I'm looking for a part-time job in the afternoon. Let me know, I guess. Yeah. Good luck out there, guys.
Before and around COVID, delivery jobs was a lick. But now, bro, it's like you looking stupid as shit. And I hate that because some people put their life on the line. Put their soul in it. They put their spirit inside the app.
Let me tell you something. I am out here door dashing, hustling. Mind you, I just got gas yesterday and I had 60 cents off at Kroger. So I was like, woohoo! Yeah! Put 20 in that thing. I was like a little over for the tank. I go to get gas just now, $4.99. $4.90. It was literally under $4 yesterday. How am I even supposed to DoorDash? $5 per gallon? Like, you literally just put me out of business. Like, at this point, I'm just logging off because that's insane. There's no reason for me to DoorDash now. So, whatever. It is what it is. I'm going to just be broke. Y'all thought I was playing?
I fucking cannot stand DoorDash. I cannot stand these hoes. I hate DoorDash so much. They do not care about their dashers. I'm a dasher. I be dashing on occasion. And I truly do not understand how this is advertised as a side hustle, because I truly don't feel like it's profitable unless you are literally doing it and committing to it for at least 6 hours, if not more. Because remember, some of that money is going back in your gas tank and you're probably going to eat during it at the time. So you really have to make sure you're making enough money to actually be profitable. And it doesn't help when DoorDash is constantly giving you bullshit orders like $4 orders to drive like 15 minutes away, or a $5 order to drive 20 minutes away, or 2 orders for the price of $6 that are 20 minutes in different directions each. And on top of that, if you don't know anything about how DoorDashing works or like how it is being a dasher, there's basically like a ranking system embedded into the app. So there's like 3 ranks. There's the silver rank, there's gold, and there's platinum. In order to reach these ranks, and basically like for each of the ranks, like the higher you are in ranks, basically the more money you make. That's kind of bullshit. Like, it kind of doesn't even fucking work like that in practicality, but for all intents and purposes, like, that's how it works. In order to get to higher ranks, you have to maintain a certain acceptance rate and completion rate. Those are the 2 main things. There's other things, but those are the 2 main things. Your acceptance rate is basically how many orders you've accepted in the past 100 orders, and your completion rate is how many orders you've accepted in the past, or how many orders you've fully completed successfully in the past 100 orders. In order to get the higher ranks, you have to have, in order to get gold or platinum level dashing, you have to have at least a 70% acceptance rate and a 95% completion rate, which sounds good and fine and dandy and fair until you're dashing and DoorDash keeps giving you $2 orders to drive 4 fucking miles back to back, and now you're over here declining orders left and right, and now your acceptance rate is just quickly declining. And it's like, well, I'm not about to fucking waste my fucking gas tank for pennies, nickels, and dimes. What the fuck are you talking about? Stop giving me these bullshit orders. Like, literally today, I had a good day of dashing, right? I'm getting like $8 orders, $10 orders, $15 orders, $12 orders, things that are like reasonable. And then for some reason, towards the end, all of a sudden, here comes a spam of $2 orders. And I'm like, what the fuck? And what makes it worse is that like there's not like a mapping of your past orders where you can see the orders that you've accepted and declined. Like, there's not like I can open a calendar and just see what I've accepted and declined. So I truly have no way of verifying whether the percentage they are telling me is correct or not, because I cannot tell. And you just have to just thug it out. And that shit is so motherfucking stupid. And let's say you even get to platinum level dashing, right? They have the audacity. Mind you, gas is $4.09 right now and steadily increasing. They have the audacity to be like, oh, here's 50 extra cents only for platinum level dashers, 50 extra cents on each order, which once again sounds good to find and dandy until you keep getting $2 orders. And then you're like, so you're telling me the $2.35 order is really $1.85. Get the fuck out of my face. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You better be lucky you even getting $2 orders. Cause it's be sometimes you on the app, you just not getting nothing. And it be like, oh, you in the hot spot. Nah, you in a not spot. You ain't getting nothing.
We live in an economy today that DoorDash cannot even be a side hustle because y'all are giving people orders that is 10 miles. The pay is $7, $5. Are you okay? Y'all know how much gas is? Then that's putting wear and tear on your car. So basically all you're doing is you're remaking the money that you lost because you've been driving. So you really just making gas money.
So driving DoorDash, especially right now, it's just not worth it. You're gonna find yourself making less than minimum wage. Yeah, you're gonna find yourself darting around, driving out all of your gas. Sometimes you get to the location to pick something up and they tell you how someone else picked it up. Then when you call DoorDash to be compensated, they're going to tell you how they don't do that. They don't compensate you if you go drive to a location for absolutely no reason. I'm just saying, as a driver right now, you might as well find something else to do. I have a job. I have a regular 9 to 5. I tried doing DoorDash today. It was for the first time since February 18th when I got in a car accident trying to get pick up a DoorDash, and it wasn't even fucking worth it. You know what I mean? Just saying, it ain't worth it. What do you guys think? Will you drive DoorDash or Uber Eats at a time like this when gas prices are high and they're not doing anything to provide any additional compensation for their drivers? What do you guys think?
Told y'all folk, it ain't worth it. Let's talk about no tips.
The amount of no tip orders that I'm seeing is crazy. It's crazy. My philosophy, no tip, no trip. Absolutely not. Gas is over $4 a gallon. I ain't got time for all that. You want me to pick up your food and take it 20 minutes away and you tipped $1? What?
Hey, good morning. Did you know that DoorDash made close to $1 billion in profit in 2025, and they're on track to make much more this year? Now, of course, a big part of that is the fact that their Dashers aren't employees. They are independent contractors. So, of course, they don't have the overhead of what comes with having employees, workers' compensation, unemployment, health benefits. And, of course, they don't pay for the Dashers' gas or the wear and tear on their car. Now, the trade-off for Dashers is that they get to set their own policies within reason. They can choose whether or not to use hot bags for transporting food. They can set their own hours. And, of course, they can decide whether or not to accept a trip based on how much they're going to be compensated for it. So when a Dasher gets on here and they say no tip, no trip, they are simply telling you their terms of service. I understand there are situations like, a single parent with a kid and they can't leave the house and they can barely afford the thing that they have to DoorDash, let alone adding a tip on top of that. But by and large, if you have the disposable income to DoorDash something, you probably have the money to put on a decent tip. So if you see a Dasher get on here and they say no tip, no trip, and that makes you angry, the answer isn't, well, if you don't like it, find a different job. The answer for you is go beef with the company that made close to $1 billion in profit last year.
You guys, I thought that DoorDashing was actually going to be better money because I had a good day yesterday. But today, I am not happy. I have been running around with my head chopped off, trying to do these double dashes that are way more common now. Why? Why are we double dashing everything? And it's not for the same customer. It's for multiple customers. But it's literally making a DoorDash take an hour to do for the amount that they're giving me, which is not worth it, ever. It's never over like $15. I just took one for $17.50 for a double order for the same pickup spot for a restaurant. And first of all, the GPS takes me to the wrong location. So I'm already at the wrong location. I cannot find the restaurant anywhere. I'm freaking out because time has passed.
and I'm trying to find out where the restaurant is. So I call the restaurant, they hang up on me 3 times. Then I have to call them again, find out where they're at, drive to where they're at, pick up the order. I'm picking up the order. I'm like, oh, is there a second order? They say no. So that means the customer must have like backed out of the order somehow. So I didn't get paid the $17.50. I only got paid for the one person's order. And then the first order I got today was for $27 for a pickup for one person. It was a double order, but it was for the same restaurant and the same person. So they must have just forgot something and added it on. But I go to pick up the order. They say that their power went out and that they are not taking orders and they're not making orders and all this stuff. So then I unassigned for that, and they told me that it wouldn't affect my completion rate, but then I did not get paid anything for that order. So me driving there was for nothing. And then, like, I went to another place. I went to a KFC, and the guy had an attitude and told me that, like, and he knew I was a DoorDasher. And he was like, oh, are you here for blah, blah, blah? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, I haven't even started on that yet, so you can sit down. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, why am I having this luck? Like, this is the worst. I'm not having a good time. I literally have only made like $30, and I've been doing this for at least 3 hours now. So now I'm just going to get pho with the $30.
And that's how they get you. I feel like they be doing that to some new dashers too. If you ever wonder where all the orders at, the new dasher got them to get them hooked. While you've been over here dashing for years, and yeah, you're hungry. I need some orders. I can't eat. So no matter if you had a good day or a bad day, it's not consistent and it's not gonna last. So take your ass off of DoorDash and get some real cash fast, in a hurry. Sipping on the McFlurry. Matter of fact, I hit you in your eye, make your vision blurry. Pull up with the skirt in a hurry. Hey man, if y'all know anybody doing DoorDash, let me know in the comments and let me know why it ain't worth it.